Americans refuse to buy EVs. Why? Despite the relentless push from the government and certain eco-enthusiasts, the majority of Americans are not buying EVs. Many people are deciding to remain loyal to their gas-powered cars, as these cars have been a reliable choice for decades. They offer a familiarity and proven track record that EVs simply can't match, and Americans appreciate the power and performance of their traditional vehicles, which is something EVs struggle to deliver consistently. But rather than extol the qualities of ICE vehicles, let's check out why Americans are refusing to buy EVs. A recent research into the buying habits of consumers in the American automobile industry shows that only 41% of American consumers are making the switch to electric. This isn't surprising given the many unresolved issues plaguing the EV market. It's clear that the enthusiasm for EVs is far from universal, and many see the government's push as more of a political agenda than a practical situation for everyday drivers. And these are the reasons why Americans are refusing to buy EVs. Problematic charging infrastructure. One of the biggest practical issues with EVs is the charging infrastructure. Unlike the vast network of gas stations available across the country, EV charging stations are often broken or malfunctioning. This leaves EV owners stranded and frustrated. The promise of a quick and easy recharge is frequently broken, leading many to question the viability of EVs for long-distance travel or even daily commuting. Sure, EVs might not need oil changes or new fan belts, which sounds great on paper. However, they come with their own set of unique problems when it comes to replenishing their source of power. Long charging times are a major inconvenience, especially compared to the few minutes it takes to fill up a gas tank. Even with so-called fast chargers, the time it takes to recharge an EV is significantly longer than refueling a trusty gas-powered vehicle. Americans value efficiency and convenience. Waiting around for hours to charge their car simply doesn't fit into their busy lives. Another significant drawback is the impact of cold weather on EV performance. Cold temperatures can drastically reduce battery efficiency and range, making EVs unreliable during the winter months. For many Americans living in colder climates, that's a deal breaker. The last thing anyone wants is a vehicle that can't handle the weather. Hidden and insurance costs. Insurance costs and hidden expenses are another problem that continues to plague the electric vehicle market, further deterring Americans from making the switch. Insuring an EV can be a bitter pill to swallow, costing about 50% more than insuring a comparable gasoline car. This stark difference in insurance premiums stems from several factors, including higher repair costs for EVs. Some major insurers are reluctant to cover EVs altogether due to these elevated repair costs, which can escalate quickly in the event of a collision or mechanical issue. This reluctance from insurers not only drives up the costs, but also limits options for EV owners seeking affordable coverage. Moreover, the weight of EVs presents another unforeseen expense: accelerated tire wear. It's reported that EVs cause tires to wear out 20% faster than their gas-powered counterparts. This rapid deterioration adds to the maintenance burden and further erodes the perceived economic advantages of owning an EV. So, owning an EV means dealing with specialized maintenance costs that come with a hefty price tag. High insurance rates only add insult to injury, making EV ownership a luxury that many can ill afford. So let's face it, the promise of saving money on gas is quickly nullified by these astronomical costs. Next up, range anxiety. One of the primary reasons is the ongoing concern over long-term EV ownership, which is plagued by practical inconveniences and financial pitfalls. Range anxiety is a persistent issue, especially in colder climates where EV batteries lose efficiency faster than a snowball in July. This fear of running out of juice before reaching a destination is a genuine worry for potential buyers, highlighting the unreliable nature of current EV technology. False environmental benefits. Environmental and ethical considerations also cast a shadow over the supposed green credentials of EVs. Critics rightfully question whether EVs are as eco-friendly as touted, given their reliance on electricity often generated from, well, you guessed it, fossil fuels. And let's not forget about the dirty little secret of lithium-ion batteries. Their production wreaks havoc on the environment and exploits vulnerable communities through hazardous mining practices. This inconvenient truth shatters that illusion of EVs being a guilt-free alternative. effect of these issues. Now, as a result of all of these reasons, the sales of EVs in the US are currently taking a beating. The surge in EV sales in 2022 painted a hopeful picture for advocates of greener transportation. A staggering 76% increase seemed to signal a turning point in consumer preference towards EVs. However, the optimism was short-lived as overall demand plateaued at a modest 9% increase in 2023. And since then, the sales have declined. This decline shows the persistent reservations that American consumers have about EVs. Auto dealers, facing the stark reality of plummeting EV sales, have begun to push back against stringent EV mandates. These mandates, which aim for 2/3 of vehicle sales to be electric by 2030, now appear increasingly unrealistic amidst waning consumer interest. Dealers argue for relief from these mandates, citing the economic strain of stockpiling and promoting EVs that fail to attract buyers. The market dynamics simply don't align with governmental ambitions, highlighting a growing discontent between policy goals and market realities. The decline of EV sales can be attributed to a combination of factors discussed earlier: inadequate charging infrastructure, high insurance costs, maintenance issues, and the adverse effects of cold weather on EV performance. These practical concerns, coupled with the financial burdens associated with EV ownership, outweigh the appeal of environmental benefits for many consumers. One of the biggest and most vivid examples of EV sales dwindling is that of Hertz. Hertz is a car rental company that has built a successful business with internal combustion engine vehicles for many years. Recently, the company decided to switch to electric vehicles in the heat of the EV hype. Initially, Hertz's investment in electric vehicles was met with enthusiasm. The move was lauded as forward-thinking and environmentally responsible, providing a significant boost to their stock. However, the reality of managing an EV fleet soon revealed a host of complications that led the company to revert to gas-powered vehicles. One of the primary issues Hertz faced was the unreliability of the charging infrastructure. Payment problems at charging stations, persistent error codes, and compatibility issues between different car models and chargers were common occurrences. These problems not only frustrated consumers, but also disrupted business operations, leading to significant downtime for their vehicles. For a rental car company where vehicle availability and reliability are paramount, such inefficiencies proved untenable. Moreover, the economic impact on Hertz was substantial. The initial investment in EVs and the associated charging infrastructure was significant, but the anticipated demand did not materialize. Customers were hesitant to rent EVs due to concerns about charging convenience and reliability, especially for longer trips. This mismatch between investment and demand led to financial strain on the company, as the expected returns on their EV fleet did not meet projections. This situation with Hertz serves as a reflection of the potential challenges the broader market may face with widespread EV adoption. It highlights how practical difficulties, such as unreliable charging networks and the complexities of maintaining an EV fleet, can undermine the theoretical benefits of electric vehicles. The financial strain experienced by Hertz also underscores the economic risks associated with a premature or overly aggressive shift towards EVs. For consumers, the issues encountered by Hertz are magnified in their personal experience with EV ownership. The promise of a cleaner, more efficient vehicle is often overshadowed by the day-to-day realities of dealing with malfunctioning chargers, increased insurance costs, and faster tire wear. These practical and financial hurdles contribute to the broader hesitance among American consumers to fully embrace EVs. The cautionary tale of Hertz attempting to go all in on EVs and then backpedaling to gas-powered vehicles is a stark reminder of these harsh realities. Despite initial hype and investment, practical issues like payment glitches, compatibility woes between cars and chargers, and the financial strain on unmet demand forced Hertz to retreat. Their experience mirrors the broader skepticism and hesitation among Americans towards EVs, a cautionary tale of chasing after a green dream that fails to deliver in the real world. So the reluctance to adopt EVs in the US is grounded in valid concerns and sobering realities. Range anxiety, excruciatingly long charging times, exorbitant repair costs, and ethical dilemmas surrounding battery production all contribute to justified skepticism. Until these fundamental issues are decisively addressed, the appeal of traditional, reliable gas-powered vehicles will continue to outshine the dubious promises of electric cars. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.